to Just Minding My Business Radio, where we are moving at the speed of God, learning what we didn't know we didn't know. I'm your host, Ida Crawford.
And I'm your co-host, Ruth Haskins.
So grab a pen and paper and get ready for information that you can use.
Wear a crown of flowers on your head. Let its roots reach your heart. Kabir. Today begins a series of interviews of contributing authors from the upcoming anthology release, Drop the Mask, Share the Crown, inspired by the visionary author Dawn Leak, who is herself an international author, speaker, and 4 times best-selling author. Today we welcome Carleeka Basnight-Menendez and Bobbie Crocker. Each will share with us her story about creating her chapter of Drop the Mask, Share the Crown. Welcome all. The first guest is Carleeka Basnight-Menendez, who is an international speaker and award-winning life coach. She is the creator of the FIT method and the A.V.E. and Menopause and Mimosas. She's also a contributing author to the Amazon bestseller book, Finally Free. Welcome, Carleeka.
Yes, welcome. How are you this day?
I am doing amazing, ladies, and yourself?
I can't complain. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Right, and even if you was going to complain, what was it going to do?
Not a darn thing. Okay, so tell everybody about Kalika and what Kalika does.
Okay, so I am Carleeka Katrina Basnight-Menendez. Yes, all of that. And I am the #1 Black face of women in menopause, you all. I might be having a hot flash right about now, so if I get to fanning, you already know. But I support and guide women to get seen, be heard, and get paid, right? It's all about visibility. It's all about making people aware of what you have to offer and the value that you bring. And now is your time. Today is your day. Not to be quiet, not to be silent, not to be stuck, but to move and bust your best move. Yes, I said bust your best move right now.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. We got Christina Johnson in the house. Let me just do a shout out to Christina. Hey, Christina.
Hey.
Yes. I just love it. And the menopause thing, we've had Kalika on our podcast before, so this is not our first encounter with Miss Kalika, and we had an absolute blast.
Yes,
with her. Yes, we had a wonderful time, and the things that she talked about in terms of menopause was so real for so many people.
Yes,
so you definitely want to check her out. We got another comment from Miss Christina. Bust your best move right now. I know that's right.
Right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now.
Absolutely. Yes. So tell us why you decided to participate in Drop the Mask, Share the Crown.
So when you just think of the title itself, Drop the Mask, Share the Crown. First of all, I said, you know what? Too many of us are still out here wearing 1, 2, 3, 10 masks for every place that we go, whether it's church, the workplace, or anywhere. And so my perception, hot flash, y'all. My perception of it is this: I cannot expect someone else to drop their mask or even to really share the crown with me when you don't really know who you are. And so sometimes we put all of these other expectations on other people, not realizing if they're broken, if they're frustrated internally with themselves, how can they love you genuinely? How can they even show up? And how dare me say, you know what? Well, you didn't support me. You didn't do this, and not realizing that they have all these layers upon them that they're not even taking the time to say, you know what, now is the time for me to let go of some things so that I can share the crown. Because I do believe once you really are transparently who you are and you own who you are, your flaws, your truths, your experiences, the good stuff, the bad stuff, the ugly stuff, when you own all of that, that's when you're able to say, girl, Here you go. Let me make room. But I often say, Miss Ruth and Miss Ida, I don't wait for a table to be created. I create tables so that I can bring someone else to the table right now.
I know that's right. Wow, that is powerful. And one of the things that you talked about was really getting to know who you are.
Absolutely.
And for me, that's a daily thing, because every day I have to go inside and just look to make sure that I'm still aligned with the things that I'm supposed to be aligned with.
Yes.
The things that God brought me to do.
I agree. And I love what you said, every day, because every day we're making progress. Every day we're becoming and going to that next level. I often say most of our situations, they're temporary unless we want to make them a permanent place, unless we want to make them a permanent home. But we've been through some things. We're going to go through some things, but that's where the ethic comes in. We learn how to faith it. We learn how to face it. And we learn how that we have to stay committed to fulfilling the purpose. And it's a journey. Every day it's a journey.
Yes.
So I love that.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Ruth, you have any words you want to say?
I just really love what you're saying. I'm so glad to see you again.
Yes.
It was a pleasure the first time, a pleasure this time.
Yes.
And just to comment on that, the whole idea of a journey, too many of us grew up thinking that there were destinations.
Yes.
And we've lived our life with destinations. You're supposed to grow up, go to school, get married, have children,
Yes.
That is not life. Life is a journey. And once you get to a destination, you better mark your time and grab hold for a second, because guaranteed that destination is going to send you on the next journey in your life.
Yes.
So I really appreciate it. And I love the fact that you talk about menopausal women, because that's a story that's not often told. You know, it's overlooked, it's ignored, it's made, lots of jokes are made about it. But it's a serious time in a woman's life. And it can be a time for renewal. It's like you've grown to a certain point. Now you get to be the wise woman. You're growing into the wise woman. So thank you. Thank you for the work that you do.
Thank you. And we have to keep bringing more awareness to it, because like you said, it is a topic that's overlooked. It is a topic. It's a mask. Really, it is, because so many women that are going through it, and especially African-American women, I always say, where y'all at? Because it's so hard for me to have conversations with African-American women. I'm like, why are we silent about it? We have to take down the mask that, you know what? Yes, it's a transition, but it's not the end of life.
No.
Yes.
In fact, it's the beginning of a new portion of your life.
Yes.
How many of us have often thought once a month that, oh, if only.
If only.
If only, you know?
Yes.
So it's a brand new part of life. And the fact that you're bringing it out and making it public and talkable, addressable, you know, and getting the richness from it. There's a richness to it.
Yes.
You know, every part of life has a richness. And this, because you can evidently see, you know, you have to make that transition, and to have someone there to help you. Oh my goodness, what a difference that must make.
Yes, just having that support. And I know people can equate that for business. It's like a new mom, right? You need support, because we're not here to learn or know everything. We don't even have that much time to be learning everything. But the thing that we are supposed to be doing, and Miss Ida even touched on it some, knowing making sure I'm in alignment for what I'm supposed to be doing. Someone got to speak up about it. Someone have to be transparent about it. So if I'm up here patting and sweating and carrying on, look, somebody got to put it out there to say we can have these conversations.
Yes.
And we don't take light of them, but we can make it so free for women to have the conversation and don't feel ashamed or be embarrassed. Once again, drop the mask, share the crown.
Absolutely. And on that note, we are so happy that you showed up again for us. And we got another comment from Miss Christina Johnson. Yes, create your own table. I love that, Kalika.
Yes.
Wow. So thank you so much, Kalika. We truly appreciate you. And it is on, girl.
Yes, thank you, ladies.
Okay, take care.
You
I'll see
too.
you again. Thank you.
All righty, that was awesomeness.
Yes, that was wonderful.
Absolutely. So keep it moving. Let's keep it going. Who is our next
Wonderful
contributing
lady.
author?
Okay, that would be Bobbie Crocker. Bobbie Crocker is a best-selling author and transition coach, committed to the honor of helping women transform from the trajectory of their lives after facing unforeseen tragedy. Bobbie specializes in creating customized plans that help clients to identify, pursue, and achieve their life's vision, giving them a credible hope that there is indeed a future after setbacks. Bobbie is battle-tested proof that her program works, as she was her own first client. Welcome, Bobbie.
Hi.
Hey, Bobbie, how are you?
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm very well, and you?
I can't complain. I'm happy as a lark being in the room with all of you queens.
Yes.
So tell us all about what you do.
Well, my name is Bobbie Crocker. I am a transitions coach for women over 40 that are going through any type of a transition, whether it's being, going from a mother, in a full house to being an empty nester. Perhaps you've lost your job. Perhaps you want to change your job. In any number of transitions, it doesn't have to be a huge life change. And what I help these women to do is to actually identify what it is they truly want to do, navigate that path to achieving their goal, and eventually achieving that goal. My focus has been, I am 58 years old, and a few years ago I had my life turned upside down and had to figure out how to carry on and what I really want to do with my life. And there were a lot of bumps in the road, as you referenced in my little mini bio. But eventually I got to where I am now. And but along that way, I thought that perhaps I was too old to pursue what I really wanted to do, which is help other women get to where they want to go. All along, I think it was Ruth that said, we are, taught that we have certain roles along the way, and that we're supposed to, go to school, be married, have your children, get your home. And then once that's done, then that's it. You should probably just sit back and say, I'm grateful for what I have. And, this is good. And I appreciate that. And if that's what you choose to do, that's fabulous. I, however, chose to push it a little further and achieve some of the goals that I thought may not be achievable for a woman of my age. And I have succeeded, thanks to the first book that I did, which was Finally Free. And that it really was for me freeing. Though my journey had started prior to that, I that kind of catapulted what I wanted to do. So now I'm hoping that I can bring what I learned through, adversity and what has happened in my life to the table and help other women realize that, I may look like I have never walked down a bumpy path. And, I've been told that at times, but I truly have. And so sharing my stories it has helped other women, realize that they're not alone. So that's what I do.
All righty. And that's a big thing, because a lot of times, as we well know today, women over 50 is just doing the darn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I mean, we're not apologetic about anything. We just moving forward and doing what God lays on our heart to do. So for you to be able to support women with that is just an honor. It's just an honor, because there's still some women up in age that feel like they don't have anything to contribute.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they've been taught that. They've basically been taught that you've gotten to this point, you can be grandma, But that's kind of like it. And now, as Ida said, women are beginning to say just what you're saying. Oh, no, I'm not ready to sit down in a rocking chair. I love rocking chairs, but I have no intentions of spending the rest of my life in one. I want to do something. And if you don't get out of my way, you're going to be very sorry, because I'm going to move regardless. And I think that's a wonderful thing for women, because for so long, the history of women has been one of servitude and being pushed to the side. And over so many years, we've made little itty bitty strides towards being accepted as fully human. And part of that is having a desire to do something worthwhile with our lives, to continue on after we've done all the other things that we're supposed to do. Now it's like, okay, what else can I do? How can I get to the real me and share that? What's here? And so that's what I hear when you're speaking, that transformation from, okay, what do I do? I'm here.
And giving people permission.
Yeah, to do it.
To do it.
Yeah, whatever it is that you think that you can do it. Fly.
Exactly.
Do whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And giving them permission, I mean, that's the first step. And giving them permission, you can actually see their eyes light up a little bit. But then they kind of are a little hesitant to, even understand how to take that first step. So helping them map out, a navigational map of, identifying and then navigating, through the different steps to get where they eventually want to go. And again, these don't have to be gigantic dreams. These can be smaller goals. We can build up, and but just getting them to acknowledge the fact that yes, they do indeed want something a little bit more. It's phenomenal, and it makes my heart sing every time that I can hear that. So
yes.
I just love it.
Okay, we got some shout outs going on. I'll take a minute to say hey to Pamela. Hello, Pamela. Good to see you. All right, then we've got Kalika. Thank you. Just create your own. Then we got Catrice. Awesome, Bobbie. And we got, let's see, so many of them coming in. Okay. Yes, from Christina. Looks like Kalika and Christina are having a good conversation here. Catrice, drop the mask, share the crown. Kalika, yes, indeed.
There's a whole conversation going on.
Yes, it is.
Applause. Yeah.
Okay, Miss Bobbie, why did you decide to do drop the mask, share the crown?
All right. Well, first, Dawn Leek, who is our visionary, she was our visionary for Finally Free and also on Drop the Mask, Share the Crown. I had such a wonderful time working with her and interacting with her that the minute she threw it out that she wanted to do this, I knew that I wanted to do it. I didn't even know what it was really about when she said it. I just said, hey, yeah, I'll do it. And then she said, it's about collaboration, and it's about women collaborating, across stereotypes or body size, age, all of that kind of thing. And then I thought, ooh, what did I get myself into? Because I don't really know, what to do about this. But like Carleeka said, it afforded me the opportunity to look back in my life and to really examine if I had ever really collaborated with anyone who was different than me in any way, shape, or form. And it got me to thinking about my upbringing and how I grew up, and collaboration, across ethnicities or age or body size or, orientation, anything like that really wasn't something that I grew up with. And so I thought, well, I need to hop on this bus. There's something that I have to look back in my life and address and see how I got to this point where I am now, where I am collaborating with all of these wonderful women, these that we have on your stage tonight, the women throughout this book, drop the mask, share the crown, and also with Finally Free. And I telling the story about how I learned to collaborate was really important for me and very freeing for me. And so that's, it took me a while. You know, my chapter was not an easy write for me. I kind of put it off because I don't think I really wanted to go back and really examine that story. I think I was afraid of what I was going to find. And, but once I did go back, I'm very happy that I did, because I know for a fact that there's other people that did grow up like me and maybe are still in that same mindset and never have been able to collaborate or you know, work with people or even interact with people that are different than them.
Awesome.
Wow, that is so awesome. And I think it's very important that as people that we just stick with human, because that's one of the things we all share.
Yep.
It's
You
human.
don't always see it.
Yes.
We begin to look at people as just plain old human. We can get rid of a whole bunch of junk.
We certainly
whole bunch
can.
of junk.
I love what you said about going back and really examining.
Yes.
Because that's a hard thing to do. It's a difficult thing to examine it. You can do it in your head, but when you put it down on paper, it becomes real.
Yes.
Use the written word, it becomes real. And then if you speak it, it becomes even more real. So I commend you for that. I commend you for your courage in doing that.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Bobbie, for sharing your story. We're looking forward to more collaborations with you, and keep on doing what you're doing, because it's definitely needed. We need to make sure our seniors realize there's another chapter.
Yep.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Your business, through Just Minding My Business Media, has exposure on internet radio, major social media platforms, and now TV. Through Just Minding My Business, dynamic digital marketing platform. Don't listen to the word on the street. Hear it for yourself. Visit jmmb.assistercircle.org to learn how you can take your business, your vision, to the next level. Voiceovers by RCH VoiceWorks, for when you want to be heard. Call 443-620-4115.
Thank you for tuning in to Just Minding My Business Radio. I'm your host, Ida Crocker.
And I'm your co-host, Ruth Haskins.
We hope you enjoyed the show and appreciate you stopping by. Many blessings to you and yours.